Hey Beavers, it's Tuesday and I'm Lori and you're watching the Beaver Bunch and it is quite late here, but I wanted to put out a video because I think that you're all worth it. We picked the topic of porn as the topic. Porn has been around forever and ever and ever. People have watched people have sex, I think, since the beginning of time. I think porn stars have been around since prostitutes. So therefore I think it's a long time integration into sexuality and into relationships and into intimacy. We have a beaver that wrote in who said that I think she or he or she, I shouldn't even say she, but this viewer wrote in and said that their partner was watching porn and the viewer felt that they should caution their partner in limiting their intake of porn as to not have unrealistic expectations of sex for the relationship, and as a result the partner felt as if she, I know it's a she, would feel guilty then in masturbating or any type of, porn intake after that incident. So there was the request for some help. People do a lot of things in their private lives and they intake a lot of images of sensuality and of connections between humans that I think gives an image of what sex should be and what intimacy is. I think you're right. It's unrealistic because it's acting, right? I mean, in most situations, porn is fake. It's people that are not intimate with one another being sexual with one another, right? I'm breaking it down. So if you're watching that, then you have an unrealistic idea of what sex is for a couple because they're not a couple in the porn typically. So I think visually it gives some ideas, but I think sensually it's not there. I think a lot of lesbians have a problem with porn because they say it's fake. A lot of lesbian porn is produced for men to watch, so if you have women watching it, then you don't get out the same thing from it because women watch porn for different reasons than men, I believe. Men are more visual, women are more I think a lot of women would prefer to watch the L Word as foreplay than they would to watch porn as foreplay because there's a storyline, there's an emotional connection. That's what women are typically looking for, but not all women. And there's nothing wrong if you want more than that or differently than that. It's just everyone's very different. But it's between partners. I think you just have to figure out what do you want, what are you looking for, how do you define it. And I don't think that you should caution someone against watching quote unquote too much porn. I think it's just more an idea of what are they finding in it and what are they seeing in it and what are they then putting out differently because of what they're seeing. I think the same can be said about porn, I guess, because if there's things creatively that you don't think of, if you see it, you can think about it and see how it applies to you, and then make it your own. And I think that that is a very beautiful thing about what we intake and what we output. So just be careful that it's very genuine and that it's very respectable and that it's loving. That's my idea. I'm a little drunk, but my advice is still the same. I think in any sexual situation, just make sure that you're comfortable. Make sure that it's consensual. Make sure that it's healthy for both of you. That nobody feels put down or nobody feels unsafe. That's, I think, the number one issue. So if you're getting ideas or trying to be more creative, if your partner is looking to porn for a way to spice things up, either tell them that they don't need to do that or thank them for thinking to do that. But ultimately, I think it's just more what the intention is. And I think if the intention is good and then the intention is to further your intimacy and to further your connection, then it's a good thing. It's what they're taking away from it that you should be concerned about. But otherwise, I don't think it's a bad thing. I guess that's it. I hope that you all have a good week, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.